Hello, everyone. Today we are back with another interview. Today I'm excited. We have Taurus Glass. Taurus is the Vice President of Sales and Marketing at SMS National. So thank you so much, Taurus, for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So to get things started, can you just give us a brief summary of your current role and how you got there?
Currently, at SMS National, I am the Vice President of Sales and Marketing. My sole responsibility is for national accounts and growing those national accounts to introduce the brand of SMS to accounts all over the country and to massage the accounts with just great customer service. And with our industry, customer service is starting to fade. So we're very focused on customer service as well as pricing. But customer service is our biggest focus here at SMS to let our vendor partners know that we're here as a partner. And we take this very seriously to provide great customer service to you.
Absolutely. That's great. And that's a good point that we always strive to have that next level of customer service, and that white glove service is super important.
Absolutely.
Awesome. And then I wanted to talk a little bit about what led you into your career in insurance and what has kept you here, because I know a lot of people kind of fall into insurance, but then we don't really talk about what led everyone to stay.
Yeah, so kind of how I got here. I was in Tampa, Florida. I was working for Hertz Rental Car, and my responsibility there, I was a marketing manager, and my job was they were looking to fall into some different marketing ideas, and we came up with this strategy to market to medical device companies and the non-traditional revenue type companies for rental cars. So I started marketing to some of our older companies that was in the industry like PMSI, Zone Care, Cypress Care, Tech Health, some of those older work comp companies. And I met a representative there that introduced me to this industry. And that's kind of how I got in. I was a vendor for them and they recruited me into the industry. So that's how I got into the industry.
Awesome. And then I kind of stole you away into this world. And then what has kept you here and kept you engaged in this industry?
Wow, what has kept me here? This is year 17 for me in this industry. I spent a good amount of time in an investigation world. I'm in the medical world. What kept me here is the people that I've met over the span of 17 years has basically kept me in the industry. And it's one of those, we become family. This industry is so big, but yet so small. And as I travel the United States to different conferences, different offices, it all links back to a contact somewhere else other than that place. But the people here are really nice. The people here are really dedicated to what they do. And also what kept me here is the ability to help people. The insurance industry, sometimes we get a bad rap, but we're really here just to help people. And that's our ultimate goal, is to help those who are injured and help those who can't help themselves. And we provide medical care and we provide just great service to those people in unfortunate situations.
Great. And that's a great kind of into our next point here, which is talking about your involvement in nonprofit organizations, all this other organizations within the industry. Can you talk about kind of, you've used your platform to be able to give back and help people and make an impact in the insurance industry?
Yeah, absolutely. I believe that God blesses us to be a blessing to someone else. And in our work comp world, we have this thing called Kids Chance. It's a nonprofit organization where we basically give kids a chance to go to college after their parents or caretakers have been significantly injured or catastrophically injured, as well as deceased through an injury. So I'm on the board for Kids Chance, and year 5 for me. And what drives me to continue to do that is to help those people and to help those children and give them a chance to higher education, to an education while their parents are recovering or their parents have been catastrophically injured due to an injury. So the Kids Chance organization gives me an outlet to give back to someone else because someone is giving to me. And that's something that this industry, kudos to the work comp industry for creating a platform to give back to the injured workers. And, our world, different attorneys, all the billboards and television ads you see was like these companies don't want to take care of these people. Well, that's not true. We have outlets to really give back more than what our obligation is, and that is through nonprofits and through charity.
Great. And Kids Chance is such an amazing organization, as you touched on. So it's so wonderful that 5 years on the board. That's amazing and definitely a great contribution.
Yeah, something that support Kids Chance all over the country, and every opportunity I get, I talk about it, and people are like, they do what? I'm like, yes, there's an opportunity there that nobody knows about for these children to have a higher education option.
Yeah. To kind of talk more about the insurance industry itself and kind of what's going on in this industry, are there any kind of major shifts that you see happening in insurance, and how can insurance professionals kind of prepare for any changes that you see coming your way in insurance?
Yeah, thing that I do see, I got in 17 years ago. Someone recruited me in, right? I knew nothing about the industry. I was in the car rental retail world, working for the largest car rental place in the world. And someone introduced this place to me. What I see now is our younger population in our industry is dwindling. There's not a lot of new young blood into our industry. And one thing that I'm doing, figure if you're not a part of the solution, you are a part of the problem. One thing I'm doing to increase the awareness of how great our industry is to mentor different people that are new to our industry or interested in our industry, mentor them, explain to them we do well, we into others, we help people rehabilitate. And the knowledge that I'm able to give new people that comes into this industry, hopefully will sustain them for 17 to 20-year industry career. So that's one thing that I see, that there's not a lot of new blood into the pipeline. And that's one thing that I'm very interested in, helping that pipeline to help our younger generation know that this is a good career. This is something you can sustain your family on. This is something you can be proud of, and also have an arm to give back to others as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. And mentorship, we talk about a lot on this podcast and how important it is in bringing young people in. I love, someone mentions mentorship and that new talent. I think it's so important, especially right now. So it's great.
Yes. Yeah. When you ask the average college graduate what career you want to take, probably 9 out of 10 are not going to say insurance industry, because outside looking in, we're not that attractive industry. But if you just talk to the people that are in it, they will tell you it is very attractive. And we have to share our stories more to those people that are new to the industry, or those risk management students, or people who are not in risk management that want to come into this world, just kind of what our journey has been and the successes that we've had.
Great. And also add on to that kind of last note here, I wanted to ask, for all those new people coming in, or maybe something that you've shared as a mentor to professionals, is there a piece of advice that you would offer to someone kind of starting out or looking to start out in insurance, just something that you think someone should know?
The piece of advice I would probably give them is find a mentor. And inside that mentor, some of the attributes you should look for is, where do you want to go in this industry? What are your long-term goals? Find someone who's at that long-term goal, reach out to them and say, hey, I'm new to the industry. I'm one day inspiring to be a risk manager. I'm aspiring to be a nurse case manager. I'm aspiring to be an investigator. I'm aspiring to be something that you are. Do you mind mentoring me? I think mentorship is a great real life lesson of getting on the path to getting to where you want to be. So that would be my big takeaway for new people to the industry. Find someone who's doing what you want to do. It may be far away, but dream big and reach to those people, because one day those people had the same dream you had. So you can find a pathway that they took and maybe mimic it, or some of the things they did wrong, they can tell you to steer you away from some of those lessons that they've learned that you might not have to learn through their experiences. That way you can get there faster.
That's a great point. And I love also, I want to mention something that you had brought up with all these different roles, kind of said nurse case manager. There's so many different roles of insurance. So I also like to always say, if you don't know exactly where you want to go, maybe reach out to like different people with kind of different careers in insurance, and then kind of as they explain their role, what appeals to you more. Is that something that you would also recommend?
Yeah, absolutely. And this insurance world is so big. You have finance, you have risk, you have cybersecurity, you have adjusting, you have so many entities wrapped up in our insurance world. It can fit everything. You go through a college curriculum, doctors, lawyers, anything that's in a college curriculum, you can tag into insurance. So our world is very broad.
Yeah, it really is. And there's so many great opportunities here. And I love the impact you're having on the industry and how you're trying to help everyone. So it was so great to talk to you today and have you kind of some of your knowledge with these 17 years of experience in this industry. So thank you so much for talking with me today.
Thank you for having me, and keep up the great work and sharing the goodness about our industry, and try to help someone who may be interested. Maybe one day they'll come back and say, Katie, podcast really helped me. So kudos to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.